I've got to be honest, it's a bit scary. I never thought I'd be living in a van in the UK alone at age 60. And yet, here I am. I've lived in a van for 5.5 years, the last 2 of them in Europe, and I just turned 60. That doesn't even seem real. And yet, here I am. I'm a little bit nervous to get back into the swing of it, but hey, I'm on the road. I'm so excited. If you're a regular viewer, you're probably wondering where Nigel is and why I'm alone. If you're new here, my partner Nigel works away. In September last year, he got laid off from his job, so he's actually spent the last 10 months living full-time in the van with me. I kind of got really used to it. Before that, he used to go away for 6 weeks at a time, and over half of that time that I've spent living in the van, I have been on my own. But this time it feels a bit different. This video is about me living solo van life at 60. Come along as I travel from London down towards Cornwall. I'll share the day-to-day and what I really love and don't love about solo female van life. And stick around because I meet up with some friends you just might recognise. So I dropped Nigel off and I went to stay on a campsite for the first couple of days. I normally don't stay on a campsite, but, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, I guess I wanted that security of being on a campsite. Well, this is hour 1 of solo van life, Mark 2. So I'm on a campsite tonight. It's £17 for the night, which is expensive by my standards, but not expensive at all by UK standards. Filled up my water, emptied the toilet. I'm just chilling in the van, thinking about how absolutely weird it feels to be doing solo van life again. I think it's going to be good. I'm a little bit nervous to get back into the swing of it, particularly with wild camping. I don't wild camp a lot on my own. This is Scotland's House campsite. It's a small private campsite located not far from Windsor between the M4 and M3. Good morning. Waking up after my first night. I think I'm going to stay put today. It feels so good to be back doing yoga, and check out my healthy breakfast. At least we're nice and spread out here. At this campsite, they've got 2 rubbish bins. They were actually empty this morning, so I can put my rubbish in them when I go tomorrow. Drinking water tap and a toilet disposal. Well, friends, it's been a good first day back doing solo van life. I didn't realise how much I've missed it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm just going out for my afternoon walk now. It's kind of an evening walk. It's past 6 o'clock, but it was so hot today. So I'm going out a little bit later than I normally would. Very soon there's going to be heaps of blackberries. But I think because there's been so little rain, they're looking tiny this year. Like, look at them. Pretty sad looking blackberries. Oh, they're not nice. Look at how dry it is. And I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I just love this about Britain, England. These paths that you can just walk on everywhere. So all through villages and farmland, and yeah, it's really nice. First stop is diesel because I'm running very low. I just want to get on the motorway and I'll feel a lot more comfortable. Well, that was very painful. Very painful indeed. I just put 100 litres of diesel in the van, which cost me £178. We'll see how long that lasts. So yeah, fuel is very expensive here. I'm heading today to one of those places that every UK van lifer will know about. It's one of those iconic free camps. Well, it's not actually a camp. It's not official. Let's call it a park up, a free park up. It's in one of the most spectacular locations in all of England. You'll recognise it straight away. I don't do a lot of free camping, wild camping on my own. I never really have. But I've decided it's time to be a bit more brave. People always tell me I'm brave for doing solo van life. I don't know about that, but I'm going to try and be brave today. if I get there. It's saying 2 hours and 19 minutes. It might surprise you, friends, to know I actually hate driving. In our last video, Nigel made me drive because he knew he was going, and that was actually the first time I'd driven the van in, I think we worked out it was like 9 or 10 months. I mean, I'm an okay driver. It is a bit tricky being on the left-hand side of the vehicle, like a left-hand drive vehicle, and driving on the left-hand side of the road, particularly because there's so many roundabouts in England. So that's one thing about solo van life that is not my favourite. But hey, I'm on the road. I'm so excited. It's going to be an awesome couple of weeks. You know, I've done a lot of solo van life, but most of it I've just been sitting around waiting for Nigel to get back. Obviously I do a lot of work, but I haven't done a lot of exploring. So that's really going to change, which I'm really excited about. You're probably not going to be able to see what I'm seeing because it's a bit far away. The traffic's really slowed down here because everybody's stopping to look at the incredible sight of Stonehenge. Would you look at that with the setting sun? There are so many vans parked up. So I'm not feeling that scared anymore. My God, I hope I can find a spot to park. Jeepers. Oh, here we go. Now I hear there's a pretty bad pothole here. Yes, not nice. Oh. Welcome to the Drove. Check this out though, some people are like fully camping. Oh my gosh, it's so bumpy. Yeah, that's not parking, that's camping. Are you ready for this? Look. The hinge. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm here. I'm looking straight out at Stonehenge. I'm going to be able to lie in bed and look at it first thing in the morning with the sun coming up. It's so epic. There's lots of hippies here. There's a guy walking up in bare feet now. And this road's rough. Obviously, this is a really popular spot for van lifers because it's free, because it's Stonehenge, and we are so close to the stones. I was just talking to a really nice lady there walking her dog who was telling me that there are in fact people living here in their vans, and they just stay here the whole time. But they move them away when it's the solstice, because at the solstice, both summer and winter, apparently you can actually get in and walk around the stones. I did read somewhere yesterday that there is an option, like a VIP pass, where you can pay, I think it's £250 to go right into the inner circle. That would be so cool to do. Oh, it was so cold in the night. Well, cold this morning when I woke up. That's one thing I really want to do. I can't see it very well. A, because the bloody sun, and B, because the window's dirty. Wow. I've still got a bit of unpacking to do. I didn't really plan to, but I think I'm going to have to go for a walk down to have a look at Stonehenge. So from here you can't go into the official area that you have to pay, I don't know what it is these days, £30 or something to go into. But there's a little road just up the other side of the fence. I've just had a look outside, hence my glasses all sunnies. It's epic. Now sadly I forgot to put my overnight oats on last night, so this morning it's going to be toast. Turns out my bread was a bit mouldy. I just cut out the mouldy bits. That's not going to kill me, is it? Time for some exercise. Put these downhill. I should have you facing that way so you can see the stones. But realistically, when you come to the Heelstone, they're not any closer than I am. It's where the sun rises in midsummer. Now the sun's in a better spot. You can see it there, straight out the door. Do the zoom. Look at the crowds though. Okay, I've decided that I'm not going to go back the way I came and try and get on that 303. That's the number of the road. I'm going to go straight ahead and around, because that traffic, I can see it from here and it's just a standstill. So I don't know how I'd even turn out onto that road, because I've got to turn right. I'll film going this way so you can see just how many people are parked up down here. So the people all come from the visitor centre, which is a couple of kilometres to the left of camera in those buses that you can see there. And the bus drops them off here and then they walk to Stonehenge. You can walk all the way. Nigel and I did that last time. You can see the buses just constant forward and back, forward and back. And yet all these vans living here, it's crazy. There's a lot of potholes here. Oh, and now it's scary because it's so skinny. Oh, please don't let there be anyone coming the other way. It's always hard to see around the roundabouts in a left-hand drive. Well, I'm stuck in traffic a little bit here, so I'll chat to you guys while the going is slow. What do I love about solo van life? Obviously, there's the complete freedom, so you don't have, you just do what you want to do when you want to do it. It's not like you have to consider that what the other person wants to do and where they want to go. There's always a lot of decision making in van life, mainly around where we're going to stay. The reality is, when Nigel's not here, it's all up to me, and as a solo female, there are times that, I feel a little bit like, anxious about free parking. And, it's funny that I say that, because in 5.5 years of living in a van, nothing has ever really happened. I mean, most people are friendly, and particularly in vans. Sometimes they're lonely, and I get that. That's one of the things I don't love about it, which I guess brings me to safety. Before Nigel left, we upgraded our alarm system.
Flashback.
Today we're in Leeds and we are at Van Guardian. So we've had these Van Guardian alarms on the van for 2 years now. They're really good. You can see we've got the one up above the door there. We've got one there. So they're basically on all of the doors, and we're here today. We are upgrading the system because they've got these really good new alarms, which are sonic, Mike tells me.
Yeah, it's very loud. But more importantly as well, you've got a soft tone.
Yeah.
So where we had the original multiple beeps and the kind of sound that they were making, they're now a lot quieter, single beep, much quieter, more socially friendly when you're with a group of people.
Yeah.
And you turn up on a site. A lot of people were embarrassed about setting it sometimes. Well, we've overcome that with a more subtle beep.
Right, so before we say goodbye to Mike at Van Guardian, we'll just do a test here. Okay, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, it does still do the second toodly too. That was the one that wasn't working.
Ow.
Wow.
It's loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
End of flashback.
And the other thing I love about it, I guess, is obviously it's a very small space. And when you're here on your own, I don't have to deal with anyone else's rubbish. I don't just mean rubbish, but I mean anyone else's stuff. I'm heading down to Totnes in Devon to meet some friends. Totnes is a quirky market town known for its colourful high street, independent shops and historic buildings. It's also home to a 1,000-year-old castle. This river goes obviously out to the sea. This is the Dart. But I was just reading some of the history here on this sign. Hello. And one of the interesting things it's telling me is that Totnes has more heritage listed buildings than any other town in England. So there's definitely a lot of history here.
Are you ready, dear? Oh, we must be sure there's no turning back once we're out the door. Leave your message here on the telephone, 'cause we've no idea when we're coming home.
What I really love about this town is it's all little small locally owned boutiques and shops. Okay, so there's the castle up behind me. It dates from the 10th century, I think she said. One of the oldest castles in England. The entry fee is £7.87, which is like the weirdest entry fee I've ever heard. It shuts in about half an hour, so I'm not going to bother going in. And here's one for the Aussies. We all have heard of Burke and Wells. It's a monument to him, to Wells. He was from here. There's actually a big food festival going on right next door to the car park. Oh, you can't see this van there. Today, and my friends are coming to meet me here and we're going to go there together. Some of you might recognise these friends. They used to be quite active on YouTube. They've now had a little babies. Just made a quick breakfast. It's Sunday today, so I've been going through all the lovely comments on our latest YouTube video. Normally our YouTube videos are weeks and weeks behind, but what I'm filming today, you guys are actually going to see next week. So I'm going to be really busy this week getting this video edited. Let's show you guys where I stayed last night. It's a car park. Oh, look, what a beautiful sunny day. At the moment, no one's here next to me, but I'm sure that will change. Because it's a car park, I'm not putting the step out. So generally the rules are that you can't extend beyond the footprint of your vehicle, which means no awnings, no tables and chairs, and no steps. So we're right in the middle of this car park. There's quite a few other motorhomes here. This one must have a blue badge. And it's $15.50 overnight. And then through the day, you pay by the hour. The full day, I think, cost me £6, so £21 to stay here overnight. The village is not far up there. That's a little food festival up there. They're here!
This is a gorgeous spot. Hey!
Hello!
Hello! Oh my god, you got such a great park up.
I know, right? And I can drive straight out.
Yeah,
perfect.
fun.
And in
There
the
was
shade.
a couple along here and I'm like, oh God, how am I going to get in? I was going to have to swing around
You
and
managed
then
to
I saw
reverse in
this
there
one.
perfectly.
Yes, I
Right
just
into the
kind of
tree.
drive up there.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's nice,
We
isn't it?
got caught up because all the way along there already, there's
Food
food
stands all the way
vendors.
down
Oh,
It's
really?
not just there.
Oh.
Have you been in and looked yet?
No, I was waiting for you guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good morning.
Where's Sue, Leo? Where's Sue?
Hi.
This is Tanya and Adam and little Leo from Jits Into the Sunset. Theirs was one of the channels that really inspired our van life journey. Adam is a professional filmmaker, so their videos are spectacular. Check them out. Well, I may have missed the Scarecrow Festival in Kettlewell, but I am not missing the Eat Food Festival here in Totnes. So apparently this is a yearly festival.
Such a glorious day. The location, you cannot beat it. Right next to the river, green everywhere. So
Yep.
nice.
And a lot of food.
A lot of food.
Yeah. Good morning. The people around this town seem really interesting. I really thought that yesterday when I was here.
It's very alternative.
Yeah.
They're very progressive.
It's one of the most hippie towns in the UK.
Yeah, right.
Actually, we've got friends who like moved here because they Googled like where's like the hippiest town. In
They
the
Googled
UK.
the most vegan town in the UK.
Oh,
That's why they came here.
Yeah. That's very cool. So we got the kimchi down there. Delicious bread from here. There's teas. Puddings. Oh, gin, limoncello. Ukrainian honey. That smells delicious. Sausage rolls. Got the unicorn fairy. Chili plants. It's really cool. There's so many cool stalls here. Really nice vibe in this town. Totnes, don't miss it. It's time to say bye-bye.
Bye. Until next time.
It was so good to see you guys.
Oh, you too. Oh, thank you so much for coming. Oh,
No worries.
Next time, bring Nigel.
Oh,
Yeah.
look
Send
at
a
him
request.
back to the camera. Yeah.
ready for a nap.
Wow, what can I say? What a gorgeous village Totnes is. And what's really weird is I wouldn't have come here at all except for the fact that Tanya and Adam, the Jits, live here. So, you know, obviously I came here specifically to see them, but it's just been really beautiful. I've really loved it. It was a bonus that there was the food festival on today. This first little bit of solo van life has been most enjoyable, I must say. So that brings me to now. My dream and my passion has always been to travel and explore the world. It used to be about seeing as many countries as I possibly could, and in fact I had a life goal to have always visited more countries than my age. I'm 60, I think I'm at like 55, so I haven't quite reached that goal, and to be honest, I don't really have that goal anymore. What I'm more interested in now is slow travel and really immersing myself in the places that I visit. The cities and the towns, the history and the culture, the nature, but most of all the people. It's all about the people, and some of my best travel experiences have been about the people. It's probably no surprise that I studied sociology and anthropology at university. Not that I ever used that degree. Nigel's working away, obviously, and he will come back and join me when he's on break and we'll travel together. So there will still be a Nigel and Sue adventures. I guess the biggest difference is there'll be quite a few more of the solo van life videos as well. Interestingly, solo female van life seems to do really well on YouTube. Our #1 video of all time is one of my solo female van life videos. Hopefully you guys, our regular audience, will still enjoy the videos without Nigel. I'll try and do a Nigel dive from time to time. And who knows, maybe we'll find a new audience as well that likes solo female van life videos. Honestly though, my biggest hope with this channel and with these videos is that I can somehow inspire other women, and particularly older women, I'm not really old, am I? To step outside their comfort zone. So many women say, I wish I could do what you're doing. You can. What's stopping you? If I can inspire just one woman to live a life of adventure and exploration, then I'm happy. There's a big world out there, and this is a great way to explore it. And I hope you'll continue to enjoy following along and exploring the world with me. I'm heading off tomorrow morning and making my way down to Cornwall. So the next video will be all about Cornwall, and that's been very much in the news with van life and van dwellers recently. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to go down and explore what van life is really like in Cornwall. I hope you'll come along for the journey.